But first, the looming question surrounding the grisly stabbing deaths of 4 Idaho college students. 2 weeks have now passed since police began investigating the case, still without identifying a suspect. And police have spent days tracking down potential witnesses who scattered home for Thanksgiving break. Why the police are now keeping key details about the case from the public. An Idaho state policeman saying, quote, it will potentially put more fear, more suspicion on a wide variety of people versus if we use that to really refine where we're at in our investigation, adding, if we just provide information to the public, I just don't think that that's going to be a wise choice. Let's bring in former FBI agent Jennifer Coffindaffer. Jennifer, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, it's good to be here.
Thank you. It's not just the public asking investigators for information. We also know the father of one of the victims, 20-year-old Kaylee Gonsalves, speaking out. He says he has not gotten an update either since before Thanksgiving. And when it comes to the stop of flow of information, Idaho police saying that it will potentially put more fear, more suspicion on that wide variety of people. What do you make of that? Where are they in their investigation now?
Well, I think that they really haven't made much progress in terms of narrowing down who did this atrocious crime. Sadly, it's just going to be difficult because of the amount of information they're working with. It's just going to take time for them to narrow down all that information, particularly from the cell phones, from the cameras, any geofencing they've done. All of that takes time to return that information so they can work with it.
And I want us to pause to hear what Idaho Police Communications Director Aaron Snell said today. Let's take a listen to that.
We do not have a suspect and we do not have a person of interest at this time. We are building, again, as you mentioned before, building a profile, we're building a picture, we're trying to put all the pieces together. And when the time comes, we will most definitely put that information out as quickly as we can.
Now, in what ways can an investigation like this be compromised, releasing information to the public or to victims' families?
Well, it can be compromised very seriously in terms of prosecution, and this is why. Imagine if all these details came out and now you're interviewing witnesses and you don't know whether the information they're telling you is coming from what they heard in a public forum or venue or what they personally saw. So it's important to keep the integrity of the information in terms of interviewing people.
Yeah, something that you highlighted for our producers was the potential importance of geofencing in this investigation. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, it is so important. It's such a crucial thing that they can do in a situation like this where they don't have a subject. Because what they're going to do is basically set up a parameter, and they're going to be able to pull all cellular information, Google information. It's a wide net of subpoena authority that will enable them to obtain anybody and everybody using a device in that area during that particular time frame.
And Jennifer, you're looking at one of the victims' moms being arrested days after the killings. Can you talk about what you're tracking there?
Yes, you know, taking a look at just every sort of avenue that might, intersect or interplay with this atrocious crime. Law enforcement has to look at all these avenues. They have to check them off one by one, no matter how remote that possibility might be that this could be related to those arrests of that individual, the mother of Xana. So they're going to be looking at all of that, and as well they should. Every avenue has to be followed.
And police have so far ruled out that the murders are not related to the 1999 double stabbing in Pullman, Washington, the 2021 double stabbing in Salem, Oregon. Is there anything in particular that stands out to you with your background in this moment that you think warrants further investigation?
No, I have to say no. I've looked at both of those cases they're referring to, and there's just not enough markers that really show the same type of situation. For instance, one, it was a burglar. He wore a mask. There was a fight that ensued with the husband. He saved the wife, who sustained, I believe, around 19 wounds. But it was just different. In the other situation, it was very far away, about a 5-hour drive. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense also because police have said, and they are steadfast in this is targeted. So they're not looking for markers of a serial killer to link to other crimes. They are looking at this targeted situation.
Jennifer, it's always good speaking with you. Jennifer Coffindaffer, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Natasha.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.